Jen, you did it. You're number one again. Unbelievable. I don't know how you do that so fast, Jen. That's awesome, though. You, like I said, you're usually first or second every time. We were going along, rolling along nice, good stream, almost an hour in, and boom. Unbelievable. So we'll give it a few minutes here for everybody to get back in here, guys. So, oops, we triggered someone. Yeah, well, I have a tendency to do that. So, I'm good at triggering people. I have a very unique skill. I know how to piss people off. And here, Asif. Yep. You know, I blame Asif for this one, guys, because right in the beginning he said, oh, we didn't even do eggs yet. We'll do eggs in a little while. Let's wait till some more people get back into the chat. But I blame Asif because he said 2 takes and he said 11 eggs. So, you know, it's all Asif's fault. I'm just kidding. I'm just busting your chops. We'll do eggs. Let's wait for some people to get back in the chat, and you know, hit a YouTube nerve with the Russian question. Yeah, I guess so. It happens. So we'll give this a couple minutes for people to get back in. As soon as I said I love my mods, it got cut. Oh, that's funny. That's fine. Thank you very much for the donation to us. I appreciate that. All right, so let me just re-say this again. If we have any issues, I will get right back on, I promise. Stop saying the G word. Yeah, right, exactly. Thank you very much for the donation, Mac. I appreciate it. But so, again, if we have any interruptions with this, I will get right back on again, I promise. So just be patient. You know, we're like right now it's 9 o'clock. I may go past 9:20. You know, we'll just kind of go with it and just see where we're at. But just so you guys know. Boston Bruins fan, struck another nerve, LOL. Like I said, I have a unique skill. I know how to piss people off, so it's always something, right? But thank you very much for that donation as well. Ed, how goes the greenhouse? You know what? I've been focusing on some other things, and I'll be honest, I had not really been working on the greenhouse. I haven't been. And so that's on me, honestly. You know, I just been really working on some other things. I do need to get in there. I was actually talking to a friend of mine today, and I was saying I got to get in there and get going on that greenhouse. First thing I really got to do before I do anything else is get that second layer up in there. Lori Austin, do you have any stickers left? You know, I probably do, actually, and I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I probably have some of those left. I have some. Okay, so there's going to be something coming up soon. I'm going to have like an announcement coming up soon. I can let you guys know as soon as I know for sure, but I will let you know. I have a meeting tomorrow with someone, and so I will. We'll get into that. We'll get into that. But so yeah, there's something. I have an interesting announcement. I just got to do this meeting first, and just kind of tie everything up, and then we're going to go from there. But so anyway, so let's do this now. We're up to 409 in the chat. We're at 170 thumbs up. So first of all, we got to get those thumbs up, guys. So if you haven't shot that thumbs up yet, I would ask you to absolutely do that. And thank you ahead of time again. Again, it really does help with the algorithms. And so I would appreciate it if you would do that. Antkeeper Realm, thank you very much for that. Thank you very much for the donation. I do appreciate that. All right, so let's go ahead and do the eggs. Let's get that out of the way. What do you guys think the egg count was today? All right, so we'll just give you guys a second here. And we'll see what everybody says the egg count, what they think. A lot of right responses so far, I will say that. So if you had the same guess as one of my moderators, Thomas Turner, and you said a dozen eggs, that's what we got today. We got 12 eggs today. So really, really pleased with that. They're nice and steady. You know, like I said, generally between 9 and 13 is where we're at every day. And they're, like I said, getting to 12 eggs today. Really pleased with. I'm not going to ever complain about getting a dozen eggs a day. So, and again, what do I do with all my eggs? I give a lot of my eggs away. I do. I give a lot of eggs away. Just because, like I said, it's my way, again, of giving back. I can help out some of my neighbors. And, I obviously am not eating. There's no way I'm eating a dozen eggs a day. That's not happening. So some people have suggested pickling the eggs and stuff like that. There's a lot of things. Yeah, I'd make a nice big jar of pickled eggs. Exactly, JJ. But even if I did that, I would still have a tremendous amount of eggs. So, like I said, I like helping people. That's just kind of what I'm going to tell you what, with my garden, I will give a lot of produce away. I absolutely will do that. It's one of the reasons why I do what I do. Again, it's just that's who I am. I'm not going to change no matter what. And if I can, give back, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give back. Like I said, my ultimate goal, and I've told you guys this before, and I'll say it again, my ultimate goal with this channel down the road as things, progress, and depending on where the channel goes, if I get to the point where I'm making if 500,000 subscribers, 1,000,000 subscribers, and I start making bank. Let's say I'm, Ed is just sitting pretty, making huge bank. I am not a greedy person. I am not. And so my goal and my vision and my dream is, at that point, when I get to that point where I'm making that kind of money, is to give back. I'm going to help fellow preppers. I'm going to help families that are starting their journey off grid and realizing how difficult it is, because it is not easy. Hey, nose picking, you are doing your egg count with only half of your viewers being caught up. Yeah, I know. I should have done it before. I wasn't even thinking about it when we had 1,000 people in the chat. I should have done it then. Hey, Tony Rayleigh, defund the DC Capitol Police. LOL. Yeah, it's just the whole defunding thing is just nuts, and it's going to come back and it's going to bite them in the butt. And I'm going to tell you what, the walkout that the cops are talking about doing, I hope they do it. I hope they do it, because then it's going to show people what truly will happen. But anyway, what I was saying is, but my goal is to go to smaller channels, go to them, ask them if they would like some help. I'll go down there, and if they need getting started with a solar system, or they got to have their water system done, their plumbing done, or whatever the case may be, whatever is going to make their lives better immediately for them and their children, okay? That's what I want to do. That is my goal, because it's the ultimate way for me to be able to give back, because I've absolutely been through this journey. As you guys know, anybody that's watched this channel knows, we've had some struggles here. We've had, it's not an easy journey. Unfortunately, a lot of people go into the off-grid, and I'm going to do this. This is what I'm going to do. So they go, I'm going to go it, and they jump both feet full force in. And then bumps in the road happen. Life happens. Things get in the way. Somebody dies. Somebody gets sick. They don't realize how difficult it's going to be. They don't realize that they need to be able to sacrifice short-term for a long-term goal. Okay. One example, and I've talked about this, and I've always been honest, guys. I will never BS you. I'm not going to lie to you. Certain things I don't share, and I very blatantly said, I'm not sharing this, I'm not sharing that. Okay. But we went without running water for the first year and a half when we were here. Okay. No running water. So my mom was living in town at the time. And so we would go down to her place, and I'd fill up 5-gallon totes full of water. And that's what we did for that first year and a half, until I had the money to be able to pay to have my water tank put in, to have the plumber come out, run the water for there, get my pump up in the loft. That was a sacrifice. It was a huge sacrifice, I'll tell you what. Prepper Artie Franklin, hey Ed, it breaks my heart and sickens me at the same time to think that people in the U.S. who desire this country dies. Yeah, it's very sad that people do. They want to see the destruction of the United States. We are an awesome country. We have our issues, guys. We absolutely do. Thank you so much for the donation to Artie Franklin. I do appreciate that. We have a ton of issues. That's never, that's never going to go away. Somebody's always going to be butthurt about something, always, okay? But we can work through things. Things can get better if we act like adults and sit down and don't demand. I hate when people say that. I demand that you do this, or I demand that you do that. Don't demand anything from me, because that's not gonna motivate me to do it. Okay, but anyway, with not having that, and I'm going to tell you what, the first time that I was able to take a shower here at the homestead, other than, because what we used to do is we would take the water jugs and we would heat water up in the microwave, put half that water in the jug and then put half regular water to get it to a really warm temperature, and we would go into the shower stall and you poured it over yourself. You soaped up and then you rinsed off. That's how we took showers. That's how we took showers a lot. Or if we went down to Mom's and took a shower down at Mom's. But it was not fun, okay? It was not fun. So the first day I was able to actually take a shower here at the homestead, with my own running water and having that set up, that was a great day. And it really, truly makes you appreciate things when you have to go through that struggle. And again, so if I can get myself in a position where I can give back and help people, that's what I want to do. And that's my ultimate goal. It really, truly is my ultimate goal. Solar showers for your preps. Yeah, they're nice to have too. But like if you have a solar shower and you have the solar bag, those work too. We use those as well. But again, you're only using that in the warm weather. You're not using that in the wintertime. When you got your pump up and running, did you have an issue with the sulfur smells from the water? Great question, JJ, and absolutely not. And I'm going to tell you why there is sulfur in the water, okay? But what happens is sulfur will dissipate. So because we have the 1,000-gallon storage tank, what happens is the water gets into the storage tank and then it dissipates. We have no sulfur smell in our water at all. We filter everything that we drink or cook with as well. So it's amazing. We're very, very blessed in that aspect, because I know some people that have really bad sulfur and the smell is always there and stuff like that. So we're really, really, really lucky. Annette Boyle says, depending on how deep you dig. Well, I'm going to tell you what, our well is 130 feet deep. So when we pulled out the thing to change the pump way back, that's how deep the well was. It was 130 feet deep. So it's a good deep well. And it's an artesian well. And the difference with that is, with an artesian well, that water continues to always come up. So that's an awesome thing as well, to be honest with you. Really, really awesome. Follower of Jay said, getting our big Berkey on Friday. Very, very cool. The advice I will give you, follower of Jay, you're probably going to get 2 filters with your big Berkey. That's what they usually do when they send it. Get backup filters. Order them. 2 filters are like $100. I have 6 backup filters. That's what I have here. So actually, I'm getting ready to switch out 2 of the original filters and put in 2 new ones. So, and then when I do that, I'll buy 2 more. I'm always going to have at least 6 as a backup. I may end up getting more as a backup. I'm not 100% sure yet. But it's really, really good to have more than 1 backup. So, I remember my grandma's in Kentucky had yellow well water. Terrible stuff. James Osborne. Yeah, I mean, our water's, it's really good. We have no issues. There's no discoloration, so we're really lucky there. But again, I've never had an issue. No matter how dry it got, the well is always working, no issues whatsoever. So I'm really, really lucky, that way as well. So, Hey, Nick Leonard, how you doing? Yo, Prepper Nurse. So today was the coldest day we're going to have in the next 10 days. And I think got 81, 82 degrees today. That's going to be the coldest day we're going to have in the next 10 days. I think the lowest temperatures overnight are going to be in the 60s, high 60s. We're looking at a couple of days. Well, like tomorrow, I think it's going to be 86. The next day is like 88. Then we have some 90s coming. But when we get to those type of temperatures with the high humidity, it is not fun. Okay, so that was one of the reasons too, and a lot of people don't understand. I made a big push this spring for a lot of reasons, but one of the reasons why I made such a big push this spring is because I know when it gets really hot up here, it just absolutely sucks to get out there and try to do anything. You literally have to go out first thing in the morning. You work for a couple hours, and then once it gets too hot, that you're done. Okay, because it's just brutal. It's brutal. So, that's why I wanted to try to get things done as quickly as I possibly could. But there's obviously other reasons as well. R.D. Franklin, hey, how you doing? Hey, socialism is a curse and helps no one. Oh, exactly, it doesn't. And the problem is, part of the problem that we have in this country right now, the middle class, which is being shrunk and shrunk and shrunk again, they keep squeezing the middle class. The middle class is what supports this country. It's the hardworking people that go out every day. I don't care if it's janitorial work or, whatever the case may be. Anybody that's out there working day after day after day, and they're that middle class range of people, we support everybody. The rich never pay their fair share of taxes. That's a reality that is just absolutely a reality. They have every way that they possibly can to not pay taxes, okay? The middle class gets stuck all the time. Hey, Dan G., Central Illinois wants some solar help? Post on forums. Yeah, you can throw some stuff on the forums. That's fine, Dan. Absolutely do that. That'd be great. Anything, like I said, anything that can help people, I think is a good thing. I think is a really good thing. But again, we're the ones, the middle class are the ones that are getting taxed to death too. I mean, every time you turn around, everything that you're doing is taxed. It's ridiculous. Okay. Hey, nose picking, getting short on time. I never mean disrespect. Your videos are great. Keep teaching people. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna probably go past 20 after nose picking, but thank you. No disrespect. I don't take anything disrespectful. Here's the thing, guys. And thank you so much for the donation too. If you come at me and you have a comment or something like that and you're stating your opinion, I'm not going to take that as disrespect. If you are attacking and acting like a jackwagon, I'm going to say that nicely, I'm not dealing with that. Okay, so that's kind of how that rolls. So, that's why, I like I said, constructive criticism, if somebody has something and says, what, did you think about doing this way? Or whatever the case may be, okay? I always think about that. I look at stuff, I process stuff, I try to figure out the best way that's going to work for me, okay? I have many, many times taken advice that people have given me in the comments, or they've said different things. A great example. So when I first had the pile over here on the side of the house for the kindling and stuff like that on the pallets, had the 4 pallets and put them in a circle and put all the kindling in the center, right? I had it right next to the house. And people said, oh my God, that's not a good idea. Termites and everything else, you need to put that away from the house. And I thought about it for about a day and a half, and I'm like, God, they're right. And I hated that because I had to break it all down, move everything, and then do it the right way. But because they were right, I came on camera and I said, you know what? You guys were right. And I changed it. So I never take any kind of that criticism badly. Constructive criticism is a smart thing. I don't even begin to claim that I know everything because I don't. Nobody does. So anything that we can do to help each other and learn, everybody makes mistakes. I think it's important to share those mistakes, show what you did wrong, and show what you did to correct it. I think that's really, really important because it teaches other people as well. And I think that's what we all need to do. And we all need a nice big old slice of humble pie once in a while too, So I think that's important too. I'm going to do this really quickly and say this. First of all, we got 615 in the chat. If you have not shot a thumbs up yet, again, guys, we're at 333 on the thumbs up. I would ask you to please shoot a thumbs up to show support for the channel. Again, it really helps with the algorithms, okay, which is great, and that helps us get our ranking up higher. And also, I do like to see a nice number of thumbs up. I'm not going to lie, I do. So if you would do that, that would be fantastic. Also, if you are not subscribed, please make sure you do subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get all new notifications as well. And thank you ahead of time for doing both of those things. I want to thank my moderators really quickly. We're not going to jump off here, but I want to make sure that I do this because they have no idea. I say it every show, but really, you ladies and gentlemen that moderate for me, you have no idea how much I truly appreciate it. It really does mean a lot to me. Keeping this chat clean, keeping it family friendly is really, really important to me. So with everybody working together and doing that, I think that is awesome. And so I do appreciate you guys for all the hard work and keeping an eye on that every time. So, yeah, more thumbs up, annoy the trolls. Exactly, Asif. That's funny. But so thank you all for that. I do appreciate that. So, North Shore Preparedness says, you're welcome, Ed. We love doing it. Keep things clean here. Yeah, and it's nice. And it's nice when we have a nice, clean chat and nobody acts like an idiot, and it's unnecessary for people to do that, to be honest with you. And all they do it for the people that come in and try to do that, they just want to disrupt stuff. They want to draw the attention to themselves and, oh, look at me. And, it's unnecessary, absolutely unnecessary. So, Artie Franklin said, hey, Ed, I've seen many people with no mask in the Boston area. There's a lot of people that are not wearing masks. Obviously, it happens, except when someone swears on live feed. Now, Rebecca, that was an accident, and I kind of almost cut it off, so I didn't come out full voice and say it. I really, really try. I really, really try, and I'm gonna be honest, and I've told people this before. The only difference between me on video live stream or in any of my videos and in real life, the only difference is in real life I swear more. I absolutely do. I try to watch my language around the ladies. I try to watch my language around older people or if I'm in public, that is a respect thing. I don't think everybody wants to hear you dropping the F-bomb every 5 minutes in a conversation. I don't think it's necessary. So, but if I'm hanging with the boys and we're just shooting the breeze and talking all kinds of BS to each other, absolutely, I swear. Okay. Or so it's like my mom will say to me, I'll be doing something that's frustrating and I'm frustrated and I'll swear at it. And then I get it and I go, see, Ma, all you have to do is know how to talk to it. And she'll roll her eyes like, oh my God, but like I said, I try not to swear on video. I want to keep it family friendly because of the fact I don't know who's watching. I don't know if your grandkids are watching, little kids are watching with their parents or whoever. I don't want it to ever be where they oh my God, we got to really, monitor these beforehand. So, because we don't know what Prepper Nurse One's going to say. I don't want it to be like that. I want you guys to know that I'm going to try to keep it clean. Twice I've slipped. Okay. One time, again, it was right in the beginning, because there was an issue, but it came on. So, I actually went in and I remove that part. So the other day when I dropped the F-bomb, that one stayed on there. But like I said, never done intentionally, I promise you. So, yeah, Ed, please keep your post family friendly. Yeah, I'm doing my best. James Osborne said, my 13-year-old son sometimes watches with me. He likes your channel. That's cool. I'm glad. You know what? If we can encourage the young kids, to be more self-sufficient and to teach them stuff and show them that this is actually pretty cool. This is actually a pretty cool life, and it's a much happier life. It gives them an option. It really, really does, and I think that that's important as well. I really think that's important. So, that's always encouragement, always being positive. I'm telling you, 90% of it, guys, realistically, anything in life, 90% of it is right here, your mindset. It's your mindset. If you put your mind to anything, you can just go, boom, this is what I'm doing. I'm going to get it done. And it's amazing how it happens. Yeah, bring back 4-H clubs. Yeah, exactly. How about bringing back shop, teaching kids auto mechanics, carpentry classes, and all those type of things. Really important. And they should have those skills. A home ec, okay? And I'm talking for boys as well as girls. Teach them how to sew. Teach them those type of things. I think that's important as well. Really important. Hey, Prepper Artie Franklin. Hey, Ed, please talk about how important It is for preparedness to keep a high level of personal hygiene to ward off illness. Okay, yeah, I will do that. Thank you very much for the donation. Yeah, cleanliness is a huge thing, especially in a post-event. Being able to take that shower every day, and so it not necessarily doesn't always have to be a shower, but if you can have that basin of water and you got your washcloth and you have your soap and you can wash up and clean yourself up, you've got to remind, we're going to be doing a lot more dirty work in a post-event. You're going to be outside a lot more than you are now. You're going to be a lot more active. You're going to sweat more. Maybe you may not have deodorant anymore. You don't know. Okay, so I know with myself, if I get going in the morning and I'm busy with stuff, later in the day I can smell myself, even if I've used deodorant. I know it's time for a shower. Okay, so, but that's important. Cleanliness and being proper hand washing before you handle food. All those things are really, really important. And to be able to, take care of your teeth. You get an infection, a bad toothache and a really bad infection, that can kill you in a post-event. And that's not what you want to die of, okay? It'd be a horrible, horrible way to go. So, think about those things. Washing up, showers, trying to keep the clothes clean as you possibly can. Changing your clothes on a regular basis, believe it or not. That makes a difference as well. Taking care of your feet, keeping your feet dry, especially in the wintertime. Don't let them get, wet, cold, hot, cold, and then, you're sweating, and then you're going to have issues and foot funguses and everything else. I mean, you really got to take care of yourself. And so that's really important, especially, like I said, especially in a post-event. Cavities can cause a heart attack, JJ just said. Yeah, cavities can cause a lot of issues, lots of issues. My sister was having issues. She had her teeth taken out, and she was having a lot of issues. And once she got those teeth out, she's been feeling better ever since. Now she has false teeth, but, so I kind of joke with her because I've had 3 teeth pulled out in my life, I think, something like that. I got another one that's got to go. I'm going to tell you right now, I got another one that's got to go. So, China officially squashed Hong Kong's freedoms today. Follower of Jay just said that. Yeah, you know what? I saw that as well. And there's also, somebody, Asif just said China has a new flu virus that has not affected humans before. Yeah, they got a new thing going on over there. And they absolutely did squash Hong Kong. And they're doing arrests of people protesting. And so there's going to be a lot of issues going on with all this stuff that's happening. And they're trying to do it while we're vulnerable and having our own issues here. Hey, nose picking, Artie Franklin, good comment. Well, there you are. So somebody liked your comment, Artie Franklin. But have I washed up? I have washed up in a stock tank. Well, you know what, Delbert, you do what you have to do. A creek, a stock tank, a pond, anything that you had to do to get yourselves cleaned up. Oh, yeah, I saw that too. JJ just said, Iran issued an arrest warrant for the president. Yeah, I laughed when I saw that. Like that, they're ever going to be able to do that. We're going to fly over and take him back. Excuse me, Mr. President, would you come with us, please? Crazy. Unbelievable. It's just, it's unreal what these people are doing and what they think that they're going to do and get away with. And it's funny, too, now, like I said, again, you look at the polls. They got Biden way ahead. Biden is way ahead and stuff like that. If I remember correctly, Hillary was way ahead. Way ahead. Oh, there's no way Hillary Clinton is losing the election. No way. She's going to win by a landslide. Yeah, well, how'd that work out? I think the same thing's going to happen to Biden. Like I said, cannot wait for the debates. I cannot wait to see Joe open up his mouth and put his foot right in it, because he will. So, World Court refused to accept it or act on it, RV Source said. Yeah, like I said, that's just all BS anyway. Absolutely all BS. Look at all the news medias, guys. They spin things the way they want to be spun. They spin in the way they're told to spin them. I don't know if anybody's ever seen that video, and it showed all the different newscasters from around the entire country. And they all had the same exact script, and they all were saying the same exact thing. That should be frightening. That should be frightening. Hey, Rebecca Smith, what is your opinion concerning the pandemic and the government conspiracies? Feel free not to answer if you don't feel comfortable. I honestly, I'll tell you what, thank you so much for the donation and thank you for the question. I believe the pandemic is real. I actually believe the numbers are underreported. In a good, I'm going to give you an example. Okay, New York State. You look at all the number of the cases that we've had here. 19 million New Yorkers, right? That's how many people we have in New York. You know how many people have been tested in New York State? 4 million. 4 million. Less than 25% of the people in this state have been, actually it's less than 20%, have been tested for the virus. Think about that. So I believe that is much worse than we're being told. I think it's going to continue on. I think when round 2 hits this fall, I think we're in for big, big trouble. Like I said, the economy is already destroyed. A lot of conspiracy theories with that, okay? Part of the thing is, and I believe that they're using the virus to discredit the president, to try to make sure that they get the election for their candidate, Biden. That's what I think a big part of this is. The whole BLM thing. You got to remember here. So here's what I find fascinating. And it's like, I look at stuff and I go, how can people be snowballed by this crap? It absolutely amazes me. So here's a great example. Before Trump ever became president, before he ever even thought about running for president, doing any of that type of stuff, you see all kinds of pictures with him, with Don King, I'm trying to think who else, Oprah Winfrey, all these people. And Oprah Winfrey actually was one of the people that said, I think you would make a good president. Remember that interview? A lot of you don't. Pay attention. Go watch it, okay? All these people were talking about what a great guy Trump was, everything that he had done for people and all this type of stuff. Now, Trump runs for president. Now, all of a sudden, he's a racist. He's a white supremacist. I'm going to tell you what. You look at the unemployment numbers before the virus. We're going to talk about before the virus because I think part of it has been manipulated to put fear into people to destroy Trump and stuff like that. Before the virus, record number of unemployment for the black community, record unemployment, or lowest numbers of unemployment for the black community, record number unemployment for the Hispanic community, lowest numbers ever. Okay, now if that's not doing something for the black community, I don't know what is. What were the unemployment numbers during Obama's term? Let's think about that. Okay, his first year in office, I think the number of black unemployment doubled. Again, I will say to people over and over again, I hate politics. What did Obama do for black people? I'll tell you what, and this is my opinion. Obama sent race relations back 20 years. That's what I believe. That's my opinion. Okay. Based on everything that they did, the crap that he stirred up, the way he did stuff, he didn't do nothing for the black people. What are the Democrats doing? And again, this goes out to my viewers of color. Okay. In the poor communities, Baltimore, Atlanta, Washington, D.C., Rochester, New York, Buffalo, New York, Syracuse, New York, Detroit, Chicago, poor black areas that are absolutely under Democratic control. What have they done to help out the black communities and get them to, in a better place in life? What have they done? Nothing. For decades. Free handouts do not help people better themselves. Education is the key. And I believe, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, it should be an equal playing field. If you have the brains, regardless of what background you come from, no matter what color you are, no matter what religion you are, if you have the brains, you should be able to go to school, get that education for free. And I believe in that, okay? And I've talked about this. And I have the best way to pay for it. You're like, free education, oh my God, how are we going to do that? Very, very simple. Everybody that graduates, and I've talked about this too, for the rest of their lives and their working lives, whatever job that they have, if they went to college for free or a trade school, went to trade school for free, 1% of their pay for the rest of their lives goes back into that pool to help pay for the future generations to go to school. That's how you do it. You pay for it yourself, but it doesn't cost you a whole bunch. Think about this. You're a doctor, like that. Asif. Asif is a doctor, okay? So if Asif got to go to school for free and the rest of his life he only had to pay 1% of his pay into that pool to help other young men and women go on to be doctors, he would do that. Anybody would do that in a heartbeat. A heartbeat. Think about going to a trade school to be a carpenter, electrician, a plumber. They make a fantastic living, 1% of their pay for the rest of their life, easy peasy, done. They do it in a heartbeat. Free education, and you have a trade, you have a skill, and you can make a really nice living. Anybody would do that. And I think that's how they should do it. But again, there's manipulation and everything else that goes with it. I'm going to... Hey, Prepper Artie Franklin, thank you very much. Thank you for that donation. I appreciate that. He says here, part of this country is completely delusional and live off of fantasy land. They're full of hate. They're two-faced. They are evil. You're right. I agree with you 100%. One of the biggest things that I have said, and I've said this before and I'll say it again right now, one of the biggest issues that we have, there's 2 countries in the world that use race. Two countries use race, okay? That is America and South Africa. Those are the 2 countries that use race. When we can stop using race and say, I am an American, not I'm a this American, or not I'm a that American, or I'm this American, that American, I'm an American. When we can do that, then we can truly focus on what the real problem is, which is the government. Overreach of the government, more and more control, and we continue to just let them get away with it. It's ridiculous, unbelievably ridiculous. So anyway, guys, I'm going to ask one more time here because I'm going to get ready to shut this down because what are we at now? It's well after 20 after. I'll get on a roll. I just keep talking. It's what I do. But again, if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, guys, I would ask you to please do that to show support for the channel. And thank you ahead of time. And again, it really does help with the algorithms. So the more of you that shoot that thumbs up, it really does help the channel. So I appreciate that. Also, again, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. And I appreciate that as well. So thank you. And make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications. Hey, Prepper Artie Franklin. Reagan stated government is too big. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yep, I remember that. And again, we don't need more overreach. We don't need more control. What we need is less government and more freedoms. That would be the way to do it. So anyway, guys, I am going to jump off of here from now. Great chat tonight. 2 takes, not too bad. That's been the average lately is 2 takes. Katie, yep, exactly. Good guess, Katie. It was 12 eggs today. You're right. It was 12 eggs. So, wait a minute. You know what I didn't do? Oh my God, we didn't do We Are Legion. We got to do We Are Legion before we go off, guys. I apologize. Wasn't even thinking about it. Okay, We Are Legion. We are Legion because we are many. We're all over this country. We're all over the world. We are a huge family. Where is everybody from tonight? Completely forgot, guys. I apologize. We got Georgia, Boston, Mass, London. So I'm sorry, I completely forgot to do that. Hulls, Massachusetts. Hey, nose picking. Please buy Heather a pizza. I will do that. Thank you very much for that donation. I appreciate that. Let's see. Ohio, Tennessee, Middleton, Pennsylvania, New Zealand, Texas, BC, Canada, Nashville. We have Connecticut, Jamestown, New York, Cape Cod, Oklahoma, Northern California, Sacramento, California. I missed that one. Sorry. Vegas, New Hampshire, Spokane, Washington, Utah, Australia. Very cool. Raleigh, North Carolina, Albany, New York, Portsmouth in the UK. Very nice. Eastern Long Island, Perkin, Ohio, Cape Cod, Florida, Massachusetts, Northeast, I believe is what he was saying. Bellevue, Washington, Green, Illinois, London in the UK, very nice. Australia again, Ulster Park, New York, Alabama, Victoria, Texas, Connecticut, Kansas, West Virginia, New Brunswick, Canada, very nice. Let's see, Silver City, Michigan, Illinois, Oregon, London in the UK. Prepper Artie Franklin, long live King Ed. Thank you very much, and thank you for the donation as well. Buffalo, New York, West Virginia, Catskills, New York. We have London in the UK, Alabama, New Mexico. So again, we're all over the country, guys. All over the country, all over the world. We're a huge, huge network. We're a huge family. And again, I believe we have been woken for a reason. I really, really do. And I believe that with all my heart. We are the ones that can make a difference. In a post-event, we can be teachers and help people and show people a better way, a way to survive, and a way to help themselves. And I think that's really important that we do that. In the meantime, we just do the best that we can. Try to educate people. Try to wake people up. The more people we can wake up, the less victims there's going to be. Okay? So, again, guys, we are all in this together. That is important to remember. It really, truly is. Also, remember to hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every single day how we feel. Also remember STD, and that's my favorite one because everybody knows what STD stands for, right? Step, thing, and day. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to do, whatever you are trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that can stop you from getting there is you. Nobody else can stop you. Stay positive, stay away from that negativity, and you will be fine. All right? I will see you all later, guys. I hope everybody's doing great. Please be safe. Have a great week. I will see you tomorrow. I'll get a video up for you guys. Maybe one, maybe two. I don't know yet. Okay? We'll have to see. All right? So I will talk to you all later. Have a great night. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.